everyone, welcome to Bite Me, and today we have a fabulous recipe. Now this is one of my favorite recipes because it's inspired by all of the lovely food that I had in Kerala. So these are our Kerala clams. Now for this we're going to use really sweet, wonderful little clams, and all my clams are so fresh and so alive I can actually see them moving around. So a good way to test if your clams are alive, if you see them like this slightly open, give them a hard tap and they should close. There, he's closing. Okay, so that's how you know if your clams are alive. And now to start, what you need is a big vessel with a lid. You don't want any water or oil in it. You're just going to start cooking your clams in that. Okay, so just add your clams in there. Make sure to clean your clams before you add them in that. So all you do is put them in a bowl of cold fresh water, and you keep changing that water out for about 45 minutes. You just do it like 2 or 3 times, and that way your clams will be clean. Next, you're going to cover it and just leave it for about 6 to 8 minutes until most of the clams are open. While your clams are cooking behind you, you're going to start making the masala, which is the base of this recipe. Okay, this is what's going to give you all of that lovely coastal flavor to your clams. So over here, all I have is 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, if you don't like coconut oil or you don't have coconut oil, don't worry, don't use coconut oil. Get some olive oil, get some neutral oil, you'll be fine. Because in the end, you're going to get the flavor of the coconut because you're going to actually add in some lovely desiccated coconut. Okay, so let this heat up real quick, and you're going to start adding your spices slowly. Now over here, I have half a teaspoon of some mustard. I'm just going to wait for my oil to get a little hot. Once your oil is hot, you're going to get about half a teaspoon of mustard seeds and just add that in. So once your mustard starts to sputter, you're going to get your curry leaves. Now these are really important for this dish. It's like one of the most bold flavors in the dish, so you definitely need these. And I'm going to add 6 curry leaves, and these are curry leaves that I grew in my balcony garden, so you can hear that cooking. Next, we're going to start adding our onion. Now over here, I have around 60 grams of red onion, which I've just chopped into a tiny dice, and I'm going to add that in. You're going to do all of this on a high flame, but make sure to constantly stir because you don't actually want your onions to caramelize at all, okay? Every once in a while your masala is cooking, just come and shake your clams. That way you're going to help dissipate the heat evenly and they're going to cook faster and open up. Okay, next we're going to add half an inch of ginger, which I've chopped really fine, and 2 green chilies, which have also been chopped fine. And over here I have some fresh pepper. Now I wouldn't normally use fresh pepper, but I just happen to have some. If you have some, add it in. If you don't, it's fine as well. Drop all of that in, all of that lovely goodness that's going to flavor everything and make my kitchen smell so good. Once your onions are mostly translucent, you can just turn it down, and now you're going to add your coconut. Now over here I have half a cup of desiccated coconut. If you don't have desiccated coconut, you can go ahead and use some of the powdered coconut. It's not going to taste the same, so I really recommend that you buy this. What I normally do is just get an entire coconut that's been desiccated and like put into tiny bags and then freeze it, and that way I always have some on hand. So this is half a cup or around 40 grams of desiccated coconut. Once you've added the coconut, be sure to keep stirring it around because you don't want it to like burn at all, but you do want to toast it and get that lovely coconut flavor out. So what's going to happen is the coconut is going to release its lovely oils into the already lovely coconut oil flavored masala that you have going on. It smells so good in my kitchen right now. So now we're going to start adding our spices. Alright, over here I have just half a teaspoon of some turmeric or haldi. Pop that in. So my timer just went off for the clams. I'm going to check those. Oof, and they're all open. That's beautiful. That means they were really fresh clams, and that took just about 6 minutes. Any clams that don't open, please discard. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off and I'm going to continue doing my masala. So next I have 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Just put that in. Now this is a slightly hot dish, but it's going to go really well with a lovely sweet morsel, which is the clam itself. Okay. Then we have 1/4 teaspoon of some chili powder and another 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Now I know this seems like it's going to be really hot, but it isn't in the end, don't worry, because the coconut kind of absorbs a lot of the heat. And next we're going to add some salt, okay? So I'm just going to add about half a teaspoon of salt here, and then I can taste and add more if I like. Just a little scant half a teaspoon. And then on a high heat, I'm going to start cooking down my lovely masala base. Now while you're frying your masala, it may dry up a little too much. just add a little tiny splash of water. So my clams have all opened up and they're all beautiful and perfectly cooked, and they've also released that lovely liqueur that comes out of the clams itself, and it smells like the ocean in here. Okay, so what you're going to do is put your flame down low and add your clams. Woohoo! What you're looking to do when you're stirring is get some of that lovely coconut masala base into the clams itself, and also to help the liqueur from the clams flavor the entire dish. That's why you're going to stir it that way. Now you're going to add another splash of water, like another tablespoon. You're going to put your flame down low. Just make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. Okay? And now we're going to cover this for about 4 to 5 minutes and just let it cook, and then we'll be perfectly done and we'll be ready to have a wonderful lunch. Once you've mixed the masala into the clams well, you're also going to add just about a tablespoon of coriander stalks. And what this is going to do is give you that lovely herbaceous flavor right from the base of the masala and not just sprinkled on top. We're just going to let this all cook down now for about another 3 minutes. So altogether that's about 4 to 5 minutes. In the last minute of your cooking time, you're going to get half a teaspoon of some lovely fennel, and you're just going to add that in. Okay, just stir it one last time. That fennel is going to give you that lovely sweet note towards the end when you're eating it. Okay, so it is quite crucial that you add that. And you just cover and let it cook for the remaining time, which is just for a few seconds. And now for the big reveal, because our clams are done. Oof, that's like the best facial ever. Okay, you're just going to serve this really, really rustically. You don't need to be grand and fiddly about it. You just have to serve it and provide some great food to some people that you love or yourself. I eat this by myself a lot. Okay, so you just put your clams on your serving platter, and be sure to get the masala in the clams as well. Once you put all of your clams on, you're going to get some coriander leaves and just sprinkle them all over. And also you just serve with a lovely lemon wedge and you're all set to go, which means I'm all set to eat, and I love this dish so very much. Oh my god. It has to be a crime to enjoy your own food this much, because that is just so sensational. You have the lovely flavors of Kerala and any beautiful coconutty coast, because you get that hit of coconut and then the sea taste from the clams, and it also finishes with that lovely anise sweet note from the fennel. So I hope you check this recipe out, guys, because look at my face. I'm so pleased with myself. I'm so satisfied. Give this a try. It's really simple. This will feed 2 people. So if you're cooking for a date, I mean, this is definitely the way to go. Be sure to like our recipes, share them, and definitely comment and tell us what you think.